The next section is Lophophorates, and these include three different groups called the bryozoans, phoronids, and brachiopods, or lamp shells. And these three groups share the following traits. They have a lack of segmentation, they have bilateral symmetry, a coelom, a U-shaped gut, and a unique feeding structure called a lophophore. They are all suspension feeders. That means they filter food out of the water, which you should know by now. These three groups have similar characteristics but are from different phyla. And you can see here we have the phoronids, the bryozoans, and the lamp shells. So they all come from three different phylums, but closely related. Right here you can see they branch off. These are the lophophores. So first the bryozoans, or phylum Ectoprocta, and these are also called moss animals because they kind of look like moss. And their basic characteristics is that they all form small colonies. Some are encrusting and others form small fan or tree-shaped colonies. They are all suspension feeders, which means they filter food out of the water, out of suspension. They all have a feeding structure that's called a lophophore, which is ciliated tentacles surrounding the mouth. And there are about 6,000 species. Most of them are marine. The phoronids are the next group, and these are also called horseshoe worms. Their basic characteristics are that they are worm-like and they live in tubes made of sand grains. So they collect the sand grains and make tubes out of them. They have circular or horseshoe-shaped lophophore, and there are 32 species of these, all marine and in shallow water. And these are down at the base. This is an anemone up here. So these are the phoronids down at the bottom. And you can see those lophophore feeding tentacles. The next group are the brachiopods, phylum Brachiopoda, and they are also called lamp shells, so also known as lamp shells. Their basic characteristics are that they have two shells that enclose their body. So if you first saw them, you might think that they were maybe a mollusk, but they're not. And they have a coiled lophophore inside, and there are many fossil species of these. So these have been around for a long, long time. And there are about 400 living species, and all of them are marine. So that's all I'm going to say about these groups, and they are a not too big group, but many of them have been in the fossil record for a long time. So in terms of evolution, they are important animals. Ah, hui ho.